There we go. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Come on in. Ah, having some technical transitions here. Get everything the way that we need it to be. Come on in, guys. Come on in. How's everyone doing? I am going to, for today, have to do the chat on my phone because, what do you mean it's moved? Oh, what are you doing? Oh my, what did I just do? Give me a 2 seconds there, guys. Help, daughter.
Yeah. What's wrong with it? What'd you do?
Where did I just move it to? One swipe too many, guys. There. Can you hand back my live chat, please? Thank you.
So what did you do?
Give me back my live chat, please. No? If it really does not want to do it, I can do it on another device.
There?
Where did it go?
It just was right there.
Okay. Okay. Let's get this right. Go on in, guys. Jess, I will be planning in the background and amidst a little bit of chaos that will probably be through in time for writing, but it should be. Cool. Diane, hello. Happy afternoon to you and to the Hardys, and happy Sunday. Let's see. Stephanie, hey, it's been a while. How's it going? After almost 2 weeks off, I'm back. Hello, everyone. Well, welcome back on. Let's see. Elizabeth, good afternoon. Just to Diane, I'm glad you're here. After we finished writing yesterday, I was wondering about you and was going to ask if anybody had seen you lately. You too, Stephanie. Always checking in with each other. I love that. Elizabeth, I just got back home from cycling. Very cool. Phyllis, hello and happy Sunday. Ready to plan. Love this. Bryn, hello, hello. Don't mind me, guys. I've kind of mucked myself up a little bit. And I never know how to quite get out of this screen. So when I do this, I kind of make it grow myself. Let's see, Elizabeth, nice photo. That photo is warm and inviting. That was the idea. It makes me want to sit down and write in that notebook. I know. And I'm hoping it makes you want to plan too. Let's see, Sherry, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Lysanda. Hey, I am so excited to plan this week. I have a ton going on the next 2 weeks and almost had a mini freak out, but remembered plan day. Woo! Well, we're going to make structure and make everything work for you. Just left a typical teenager. What'd you do, Mom? I really don't know. I gestured something. You know how our phones are. There's little extra gestures that we don't necessarily understand. Okay, guys, we're going to dive on in. So welcome. Who's ready to plan our week together? Brand new format. That's why a little bit of inconsistencies here as I'm making sure I get everything where it needs to be. I have a note card here for myself just in case something. I know it's new. Something's not going to be right. We know this, right? Something's going to be a little off and it's going to create a little chaos, and that's okay because as much as you try to proof and check things, you find out little surprises along the way. Okay, guys, let's move on into our first panel. Now let's make sure you play nice. Why are you not flicking? Oh, there we go. Be on the right screen. Why we plan. For direction, focus, create balance, and to measure progress. If we don't actually plan and put it down on paper, we forget. We don't realize how much we achieve. We don't realize the actual time that we're putting in. It often doesn't feel like enough. So we're always kind of on that hamster wheel of life and thinking never enough, never enough, never enough. But then if we track and we actually look at our progress every week, we can see that we're moving our stories forward. We're moving our projects forward. So this is why we plan. This is why we come together, so that we know what's getting accomplished, how long it's taking us. It helps us to plan future projects and to actually know how long we're going to need. I'm going to have to bring this one closer, guys. Let's see. I am ready to plan. Yes, Elizabeth. Jess, I have started saying to my parents, please don't break the electronics until I'm done with sprints. Stephanie to Jess, how I say the same to mine. I'm pretty techy, but every once in a while I will throw something at myself that just messes me up. I'm like, how did I do that? Like I said, little gestures on the phone, lock myself out of stuff. It's like, why would that little move have done that? Also, Jess, thank you for your concern. Oh, love it, guys. Katrina, I'm stopping by to hit the like button. I'm at lunch, so I can't stay. Lots of love to you, Hardy. Oh, thank you, Katrina. Jess, well, I know you've been having some struggles. Stephanie, yes. Stephanie, I at least have the conference and class behind me now, so I can focus and not freak out so much. I really appreciate you right now, Jess. Oh, love you guys. Love you guys. All right, next panel. Let's see. Making sure everything works. Stage 1 review. We always go through to see what we've done, to see what we've accomplished, to see how we've shown up for ourselves throughout the week. We also do a little pre-review. Before we look at anything we've written down, we take a look at what we accomplished throughout the week. Just mentally, how do you think you did? Where do you think your gold star moments were, your biggest distractions and your best fixes? I did not put a 2-minute timer on this one because why would I do that? So let's just take a couple minutes and we'll just write out how we think the week went without going into any of our paperwork for our previous plan from last week, and see how it is that, oh, this is going to annoy me. My phone's going to keep going to sleep on me. And I need it today. Let's see. So 2 minutes. I'll just watch the clock, guys. And go just tell me how you think you did this week. We're not going to use a timer. What am I doing? And just in the chat, tell me how you think you did. Let's see. Stephanie, Jess, my dad's better because he works with stuff at work, but my mom not so much. She's a stay-at-home mom and doesn't do a lot of the tech stuff. And if hubby does it, she doesn't have to. All right. Elizabeth, Stephanie, I'm glad you're doing well now. Elizabeth, I didn't write a lot, but I did have some great ideas that I plotted. Nice. Stephanie, Elizabeth, thank you. I'm definitely in a better headspace today. Awesome. Let's see, Elizabeth, my gold star moment is realizing that my 4 main characters ADHD. Oh, interesting. Well, that's extremely cool. For me, I was thinking about what I accomplished in writing because I kind of switched gears a little bit, and I decided to try doing a voice journal instead. And I was like, oh, I didn't get any things done. And then I'm kind of like, hold on a second. I found information about my characters through the voice of my characters that I don't think I would have gotten otherwise. So, and they certainly served the story. So I did move things forward. Let's see. Elizabeth, my biggest distractions are cluster headaches and tendonitis in my right shoulder. Oh, solutions are coming on. Okay. Let's see here. Weekly review. Celebrate successes and our gold star moments. Analyze challenges, biggest distractions, and best fixes. We want to know why they worked, how they worked, so that we can repeat that. And the biggest distraction, so we can avoid that, right? Let's see. Bryn, this week I was on the struggle bus to do anything but take care of a sick baby. I did have a big breakthrough on a part of the story that I was hanging me that was hanging me up. Cool. That's very cool. Not so much about the sick baby. Hope the little one's feeling better. Jess, I actually got a lot more done because all these sprints I normally go to happened. I can use replays, but I tend to not focus as well because I know I can stop time if I want to. That is so true. Try not to. That's the only suggestion I can do because, of course, it's, right? It's not quite as good, but it still works for us, right? Elizabeth, am I the only one hearing nothing? Oh, no. My microphone shows that it's working on my side. What do you guys have? Okay. Elizabeth, maybe try rebooting. Might be something on your end that's kind of gotten muckied. Okay, guys. And the next thing we need to determine when we're doing our weekly review is what we need to continue or carry forward that did not get done or only partially got done. Okay, guys, let's dive in to our weekly review. I'm going to pull out last week's plan. I like to circle, use percentages, check marks, X's, anything that doesn't, just anything that will give me information that I can use into the next week. Let's see. So bring out last week's weekly plan and let's go through and check out how we really did, not how we felt we did. Okay, guys, and proceed. Not in love with the fade. I'm gonna have to fiddle with that. Okay, guys, and let's begin. Oh, how did I do? Oh, oh no, 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 go crazy. There you go. uh, in order for the slides to work, I have to be on the slides. So let's see. How did you do? Okay, let's see. I think Elizabeth. Oh, she clicked mute by accident. Okay, perfect. Just been there, done. Elizabeth, love it. Let's see. Coro, hey, how's it going, hon? Success. Graduation is done. That was a big chunk out of my schedule. It was stressful in a good way. Love that. Thank you, Coro. Let's see, Elizabeth, I am going to keep reworking the plot in this novel. Perfect. I got in a lot more driving practice than I thought I did. That's very cool. I my writing plans are kind of a hot mess. I didn't quite stick to the plan because I used a different strategy, but I like the new strategy, so I'm not going to complain. It worked for me and I liked it, and it's actually giving more information than the other way was doing. So I'm going to consider that a win. All good. Um, there are two small things on the writing that I want to do this week that I think I will try to get done today so I can check them off. They're small, but I think they're very dynamic and important to the overall um, writing of this book and continuing and making sure it connects to the series. Let's see. On the let's see. And for once, my goal 3 is all check marks. I don't think that has ever happened before. Let's see. What did I do? Jess, I just closed the door and said you guys deal for a while. I have stuff to do. Are you sure you have kids in the other room? Challenges. I didn't make a checklist for each thing. That meant I was running to the store at 11 p.m. at night more than once. Ooh, that's tough on the schedule, yeah. This week, make checklists to avoid last night's stress. Perfect. Elizabeth, I started a new draft and I'm on draft 4 now. Congrats. M is for mute and M is near the space bar. That's not the ideal location, is it? Elizabeth, I want to try dictation this week. Oh, I hope you love it. Like I said, it's a bit of a learning curve, but once you get there, it feels good. Coro, nice. Thank you, Coro. All right, guys. Our next panel, avoidance. What? Why? Does it still matter? Break it down. Often it's more a case of overwhelmed than anything else. Make it priority number 1. Schedule it. Get it off your plate, guys. Get it scheduled so it will go away and get it done. Okay, guys. As always, I suggest that we put this part of Monday's plan first thing. That way we can make it go away. Even better if you can make it go away today. Do that. Depends if it's business related or not. All right. Okay, guys. Let's see. Just no, but sometimes I feel like it. Stephanie fixes my mom is in a wheelchair and isn't very mobile and needs a lot of help with until my dad comes home and takes over. So I'm going to not start working until he gets home. So late nights now. It sounds like a good strategy though. Sounds like less interruptions. I would say if you can stolen moments, if you can get your 5-minute timer out and get little bits in here or there, that would be good too. Elizabeth, I'm still having tingling from my shoulder through my arm into my hand. I hope I don't have a nerve injury. True. I'll ask the orthopedist about it when I see him. I'm booking the appointment tomorrow. Perfect. Just to Stephanie, hugs. I bet that's hard. Yes. Stephanie, that's it exactly. Less interruptions. Yeah. So, less interruptions, and also, like I said, steal those moments, guys. Always. Okay, I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to come into this notebook. I'm going to try something slightly different this week. Let's try all the new things. Okay, and Stephanie to Jess, it is, but she is finally having better luck. That's good. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's look through our schedule, last week's plan, and figure out what we've been avoiding, what we've been writing down week after week after week that just isn't getting done. And let's make a commitment to make it happen and get it off our plate this week. Okay, guys, and proceed. That I need to change. Okay, guys, 2 minutes. Let's figure out what we're avoiding, why, and how we're going to make it go away. Oops, don't leave that screen. So how did you guys do on that? I had, well, the question is, does that qualify? Um, for me this week, self-care was one that just got bumped all around and kind of ignored. Didn't do it, but I was doing the driving practice, so does that count? Not sure. It's a bit stressful when I'm doing it. Does that count as self-care if it's stressful? But I'm kind of enjoying myself at the same time, so mm. The self-care that I actually put down, none of that happened at all. Let's see. Where am I? Da, 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 da. Where did I leave off? Elizabeth, I avoided cleaning again. I need to do laundry. Definitely a good plan. Jess, less interruptions is why when we have Lexi here, I don't write until she's in bed. She's almost 5, so getting her to take a nap is not happening. She never napped well, period. Actually, one of those little ones. Diane, hi Jess. Thank you, sweetheart. My allergies are kicking my rump. How are you, beautiful? Here on the allergies, guys. Caro, your mic is on. Just thought you'd want to know. Thank you. Jess Diane had some ups and downs, but today is not bad. That's good. Stephanie, yeah, my niece and nephew are over right now, and if I was trying to write, it would not be happening because of the yelling that loud, because they're 3 and 4. 2 of them going at it. Yikes. Stephanie, Diane, hi. Dan, love and hugs, Jess. This is your leveling up process. Enjoy your adventure. Yes. Jess, I keep forgetting to tell you guys because I've missed the last few planning sessions, but I did start counseling a few days after I said I was avoiding it, and it's working. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Let's see. Stephanie, good for you, Jess. Awesome. Jess, that's amazing from Elizabeth. Love it, guys. Just Elizabeth want to do my laundry. Hey, there's nothing wrong with delegation, guys. Not a thing. Let's see. M, avoiding personal. Cleaning for the new flooring install. Need to get it done since it is now scheduled for June 1st, which is so close, guys. We start June in like a week and a half. Let's see. Diane finally tracked down some fresh cherries and hint water. It is my form of self-care. Oh, I love that. Yes, often just a beverage, a little treat. That can be self-care too, right? Elizabeth, Jess, I'll do your laundry if you sweep and vacuum my bedroom floor. I'm liking the exchange going on here. M, avoiding business. Making reels 3 times a week. I'm just going to go down to once a week and move it off to Q3. Perfect. You may not be ready for it. It's quite the time sink, really it is. I like that you split that up between personal and business because sometimes we have one in each, right? Lysanda, I avoided doing laundry and recording my intro video from an online ESL teaching company. Well, that sounds like an exciting new adventure. Oh, very cool. You'll have to let us know how that goes. Jess, I'm counting counseling as part of my self-care right now. I completely agree. That makes perfect sense. Just to Elizabeth, I don't even want to do mine, so that's probably not going to work. I love it. Oh, okay, guys. We're going to move on to stage 2, brain dump. Let's see here. I wonder if I make those shorter. Let's see. Quarterly focus, new to Q2, new opportunities, prep research, very valid step of any larger projects or plans that you have coming at you. Anything that you need to remove or delay, or just simply adjustments that you want to make. If you have a new opportunity come into your plan and you need 20 hours for it, but you've already maximized your plan, what needs to go that's going to give you those 20 hours to work on the new opportunity if it's actually worth your time and effort? as well, projects, active, on hold, and new. It's considering process. Where do you want to focus? What stage or beat are you at? And what is the order of importance? There may be, you're not going to be editing before you finish the first draft, or well, you might be, but it's a slippery slope. But sometimes that works for certain people, right? So it's a valid choice if it works for you. If it gets you into a loop where you never move your story forward, not so much. Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up. Looking at quarterly goals that we are bringing into Q2 and our creative projects. We can go in broad strokes here, or we can go in smaller strokes if you already know what you want to do. Okay, and timer should come up. And begin. See, how did you guys do? Stephanie agreed. Counseling is a huge self-care. Completely agree. Just at least for amusing. You guys are fun. Let's see. Elizabeth suggests yes, laughter is great medicine. Very, very true. And so is community. So we have both here. Let's see. Afternoon, Lasanda. Let's see. Just to Stephanie, yes, it's one of the main reasons I haven't given up completely. I'm starting to deprogram my mind of some of the stuff my ex put in there. Love that. Elizabeth, I want to get a decent amount of plotting done and write 5K words in draft 4. Love that. It's very nicely structured. Stephanie to Jess, I am still working on that too with my dad. It's hard work, yes, but very, very worth it, guys. Very worth it. Don't give up. Let's see. Elizabeth, I don't know how to measure plotting other than how many ideas I had, although some ideas take a while to discover and other ideas come quickly. I tend to do it as a time-related activity. If I'm putting in the time, generally I get results. As you said, yes, it varies. So are you wanting to do, if you want to do it in Pomodoros, do you want to, how many blocks do you want to give it? Do you want to just do an hour or each day, or do you want to do like we do during our writing sprints and have a 5-minute plotting little session before you do your writing session? Think about the strategies you might want to implement. Diane to Lysanda, perhaps you should journal or meditate on the reason you are avoiding the introvid. Yeah, that's actually a fabulous idea. I love that. Excellent suggestion, Diane. Just to Elizabeth, I track that usually time spent. Yes. Lysanda, yes, Diane, I keep putting it off. Make it priority number one. You know what? Run it through. You don't have to post it. Run it through, do it, and then evaluate it and see what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and then you can take another take. It doesn't have to be done one take ever, right, guys? Um, Elizabeth to Jess, that's a good way to do it. Yes. Elizabeth, I could plot for 5 or 6 hours this week and write 5K words. There you go. Bryn, I'm finishing revising, then editing the book that will not end, and plotting out my next book, which is thankfully shorter. I love that. Hugs, hun. I hear ya. Lysanda, this week I will finish line edits on draft 4 of my work in progress. 75 pages left after today. Ooh, very nice. Diane, hello. It reminds me of running to improve. You either measure time or distance, not both at the same time. Very good. I love that suggestion. Ah, that is fantastic. I may be borrowing that. That is very, very good. Ah, let's see. I'm going to keep right and quick a note to that. That is fabulous. Yes, we often try to do both, and it does not come out well, does it? Beautiful. Thank you, Diane. Okay, guys, let's move into our next panel. New skills. Why this? Why now? Do you need to apply for or purchase something? This could affect your timeline. It also is going to affect your budget, your reading, studying time, your practice time, and then also evaluation. How are you going to measure your success as you're acquiring this new skill? Let's see. Let's see. Elizabeth to Bryn, my first draft of my novel came out to be 108,404 words, and that's not even unheard of. I heard one the other day was like 260,000. I think it was fantasy, high fantasy, but still 260,000 words. Like, wow. Okay, guys. Let's see. Oop, don't be on that screen. That creates chaos when I do that. Okay, let's get our timer up for any new skills that we want to implement. For me, it's definitely going to be the driving. I've done the reading and the learning test, the knowledge test, I should say, and now I'm onto the practice, and I'm trying to figure out how to do the evaluation side of it. Each day do a little bit and figure out which parts I'm improving on and where I still need work. Okay, guys, 2 minutes and go. New skills. Oops, I did that the wrong thing. Shoot. Okay, let's see. Where did I leave off with you guys? Jess, okay, there is something I can't put off, so I have to drop out. I will finish this on replay, but I should be back in time for writing. We'll see you in a bit, Jess. Let's see, Bryn. Well, Elizabeth, mine is going to be more like 80K. Okay. It depends on the book though, right? If it's a middle grade, 80K is huge, right? If it's a high fantasy, 80K is it's basically a short story. Right? Elizabeth, I want to start practicing dictation since I have a tendonitis in my right shoulder and my right shoulder still hurts. And I think you'll like the strategy for sure. I also need to do some practice driving this week. Nice. Diane, Lasanda, you are deserving of all the blessings and good things. Oh, I love that. Let's see. Thank you, Diane. Take care, Jess. See you later, Jess, from Stephanie. Diane, you're welcome, Sanda. Please don't let the imposter steal your glory. Fabulous, fabulous. Elizabeth, I am also going to pray about this tingling in my arm as well that goes from my right shoulder to the tips of my finger. It's uncomfortable with the shoulder pain. It could be nerve damage, but nerve damage is a variable, so it might just be minor. It doesn't take much, unfortunately. Let's see, Cora to Elizabeth, have you tried Bengay or similar cream patch, kind of like a sticker? Interesting. It might help a little. Let's see, Elizabeth, my novel is a psychological thriller. Ooh, sweet. Okay, guys, let's move on to our next panel. Important dates. Let's see. Events, birthdays, appointments, commitments. Note travel time, action steps, prep, and paperwork. Often there is, especially doctor's appointments and stuff like that, there is additional paperwork and stuff that you have to do. So make sure all that stuff is done and ready for you for whatever the appointment is. If it's like a birthday, if you have to go buy a present, if you have to mail a card, any of those kind of things, make sure all those times are incorporated into your plan so that you don't have any surprises. Let's see, Cora. Oh, well, your orthopedist would know best. Yes. Bryn, mine is contemporary romance, so a big range of word counts for that. Yes, definitely. Okay, guys. I'm doing them in a little bit more batches now. Self-care, refill the well, favorite activities, get outdoors, try something new, and journal. Schedule in self-care. You deserve it and you need it. Mental health and buffer days. Types, sick days. We put those into our plan so that they're there for when we need them. If we don't need them, bonus days all the way. Low energy days. Sometimes it's just if you have a super power packed day the before, you might not have as much energy the next day. So look at those low energy tasks that you have on your list and make those do those that day. And that way you're still moving things forward. You're still getting things done that are on your plan, but you're not burning yourself out. Catch-up days, I try to work in a 5-day week now so that I can easily have those days to do additional when I need to. and reset days. If you've been working on a novel and you've just typed the end, you are not most likely going to be able to jump right into the next book. You may need a week or two off. What does that look like? What do your reset days look like? Ensure that you're giving yourself the time to celebrate what you've just accomplished, but also reset your mind, your body, and your space for the next tasks ahead. Schedule in mental health and sick days. If you don't need them, they become bonus days, but if they're in your schedule, you're not going to feel like you have to work when you feel really off, right? You have to give yourself the space and breath to actually take the time off. So in the next timer, we're going to be looking at our 2-week schedules coming up. So that's anything from May 22nd to June 4th. That includes our double down day, which will be the June 4th. Our self-care, how the things we're going to do, and our mental health days and our buffer days, where those are going to fit in our plan. Okay, guys. Oops. And I just slid out of there again. There we are. And let's begin. Okay. Oh, I forgot one. 29th. Breaks. I almost forgot that little one. There's another one on that does not include me, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's see. Although I might want to write it down. Okay, let's see. Where did I end off here? Elizabeth Coral, I'll be scheduling an appointment tomorrow to see the orthopedist. That's good. Elizabeth, I can enjoy cycling now that warmer weather is here to stay for a while. Be careful with your arm though, because that kind of engages that. Stephanie Elizabeth, it's already 95 here. Oh, Arizona, you too hot for me. I love it. Girl, I overdid it with exercise a few days ago, so I still feel a little sore. Dan, my husband loves the rest area sign. I loved that when I saw that. I thought that was perfect. And it's a reminder for us to treat our bodies the way we treat our cars and our passengers in our vehicle, giving them a moment to get out of the car and get up and stretch and move around, right? These are the things we want to give ourselves as well. We want to give ourselves that moment to get off the road and just relax for a moment and close our eyes and walk around or anything that we need. Get a beverage, get a snack, right? Be kind to ourselves. And then the bigger picture, allowing us to have those buffer days or those catch-up days. One I want to maybe add, and I'm not 100% sure where it is, but our super focused days. We're going to focus in on one type of activity to maximize our productivity. Love the graphics. Thank you, Diane. Elizabeth, I am going to create space for it. For if pain makes writing quite difficult. Good. Lasanda, after my edits are done, I'll take a break from writing to read and network on social media. Love that. M added in lots of sick days of the next 2 weeks and pushed most things off my plate until end of June. I have a conference starting Thursday, and if I push myself, my lupus will flare, and then you won't get to enjoy the conference, which you don't want to do. Very smart. I love that. Beautiful. Very nice. Yes, I don't know how many times like you find that you'll push yourself right before something big and then you feel awful for it during it, and that's not what you want, right? I have learned that I can't do all the things before a trip. It's best to be gentle before and after. Yes, yes, definitely. I agree so much. Okay, guys, supporting tasks, chores, errands, meal planning, exercise plan. Remember to be gradual with your exercise, guys. If you do it all at once, you're just going to you're going to create pain in your body, and then you're not going to want to keep going with your exercise plan. Admin tasks, business planning. That's new because I realized I did not have that on there, and we need to make space for that. Banking, bill due dates, planning daily, weekly. Make sure it's part of your plan so it's not something that you're squeezing from other areas, right? Live sprints you want to attend, batch related tasks together, and that way you'll save some time by staying in the same mindset. Plus those shorter tasks are the ones we have a habit of just pushing aside and saying we don't need to do that now. It's LED. It's going to take 2 minutes. Well, 2 minutes never happens, right? So if you can take a series of 2 and 5 minute tasks, put them into one Pomodoro, set that timer, and just move through them. Awesome. Let's see. Sherry, I'm sitting out on my back balcony listening to the birds and shaded by a big tree. My tiny respite from the city around me. 77 and mostly sunny. Planning going well. Love that. Stephanie and Sherry, it sounds perfect. I have 2 fans on me. Laugh out loud. I bought a chair and a little table for outside. I'm going to enjoy it. Diane, exercise, people do that? I thought that was just a bit. Oh, let's see. Lysandra Sherry sounds lovely. It does. Stephanie to Diane, right? Elizabeth, I will be cooking food later for work for lunch and grocery shopping tomorrow so I can cook fun meals from a gluten-free recipe book I bought. That's very cool. You have to tell us if anything is particularly yummy. Okay, guys, next panel here. Let's see. I can't remember if I put a timer directly after this one. I did. Okay, guys, let's populate our plan with all the things that keep us sheltered, warm, fed, and hopefully happy. Okay, guys, and proceed. Nothing on Monday, so Tuesday. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Hmm. Mm. And also, and okay. Da, da, da. Elizabeth Diane, some people really exercise very much. Okay, where'd I go? Some people really don't exercise. I can't function right without exercise, given that I have the primarily hyperactive type of ADHD. Yes, the more active you are, the better you're going to do. My youngest, when she was little, would do back-to-back dancing classes and stuff to just to basically manage it. And it worked. It actually worked quite well. Let's see, Stephanie Elizabeth, I can confirm I do not exercise very much. It's quite hard for me with my pain and asthma, but I'm trying to do yoga now, so there's that. I love that. Elizabeth Stephanie, at least you're doing some movement. That's beautiful. Ellie, Stephanie, any form of exercise is good. Doesn't have to be vigorous. That's so true. Stephanie, I do my best, but it's not easy and it's hard to get up to, the drive to do it. Yeah, and little by little, guys, right? Stephanie, I start doing water aerobics because of lupus. It has been so much better for me, and I look forward to it each week. And yeah, finding something that you actually enjoy, right? Let's see, Stephanie to M. I wish I could do that. It causes asthma attacks. I love being in the water. Uh, could you talk to your doctor about maybe there's something they could do, adjust in the medication for you so you could actually enjoy that and the benefits of it? Ali, Stephanie, I just was like, I need to lose weight. 1 hour later, eating a tub of ice cream. Oh, I love that. Elizabeth M., that's wonderful. Also, one of my main characters, Little Lupus. Excellent. Diane, I know I should exercise. I just can't get motivated. Little by little, hun. Start with some walking. Let's see. Stephanie to Diane, the motivation is hard when you don't do it for so long. So true. Stephanie to Allie, oh man, that was me yesterday. Allie, I did a dance-a-thon in my chair today. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, guys. Yep, there we go. Stage 3, structure and strategy. Action steps. Next task steps. Measured increments. Good, better, best goals. Micro steps. Delegate. And any problems or delays, and how are they impacting your plans? Let's see. Trying to remember what my next panel is. I think I've got a multi going on here. So as always, we kind of put down what we want to do in terms of the bigger scope, and then we sort of break it down to make it so that it's easier for me to say, easier for us to evaluate and to measure. So tracking in terms of the days we put in, the amount of time we put in, and the outcome we're kind of looking for. So when we do a good, better, best goal, we're telling ourselves 5,000 was maybe too low, 10,000 was about right, and 20,000 was impossible for 1 week and to get done in a week, right? Not necessarily, everybody's different, but to basically, it allows you to give yourself some way to evaluate and measure where you're at and where you're going. Let's see. Where was I here? Diane, myth comment was just me being a smart aleck. And I loved it, so thank you. Elizabeth to Stephanie, I did competitive swimming in high school, and the head coach said that swimming is great for asthma, so you should ask your doctor about it. Definitely. Stephanie Elizabeth, I have, and I know swimming is the best, but my exercise-induced asthma can be very bad. I do what I can, though. Interesting. Ellie, I planned to write 2 to 3K last week, but then my aunt Flo. Oh, so all I did was sleep. Hun. Diane, Stephanie, yes, you know your body best. Yes. Elizabeth, Stephanie, that makes sense. My sister has exercise-induced asthma, but it's not that bad. Jordan, hey Tracy, I have a question for you. So you're a doctor, but what books are you known for? Hey Tracy. Okay, guys. Not a doctor, just suggest talking to your doctor. Okay, guys, we're going to proceed. Let's see. I think I have a timer on this one. No, I do not. I have the next panel. Incorporating also deadlines, which kind of incorporate into that breakdown. Time required, completion date, scheduled. Put it on your calendar, guys. It gives it power. Daily, weekly goals to break it down and make it more manageable. Weekly check-in. When are you going to check in to see how you're doing? We sort of automatically do it here, but maybe you want a separate one just for specifically for certain deadlines. And any adjustments you need to make. Maybe you decided you were going to write the first draft of that new romance in the next 2 weeks, and you realized that with the holidays and stuff coming up, that's just not going to happen. Right? Let's see. And where do you need to refocus if something is off? Okay. I think I went to timer. There we go. So let's figure out our next action steps, how we want to break everything down so it's more manageable and easier for us to track, to accomplish, and to get done. And also the deadlines, give yourself dates, give yourself structure, guys. Okay, 2 minutes and go. Can I add? Why are you not showing a few? Okay. Okay, so what did you guys come up with? How did you break things down to make it more manageable? And where were your deadlines? I'm going to actually put in brackets the deadline for this one. It's probably the easiest way at this point to put it. And where else could I do one? Maybe. Let's try that. Okay. Let's see. Where did I do this? Elizabeth, do you think you'll ever go to medical school? I was going to be an accountant, though. uh, if I get to do what I want to do, I will be doing, doing editing. If I just have to get myself sort of sorted. Got a few new things on my plate, so I have to figure out where that fits in the plan. Maybe later this year, but I would love for Q3, but that might not, I don't know if that'll quite work. Let's see. Dan, my neighbor's best friend's uncle, has winning lottery ticket numbers. Nice. Like win-win, like win-win-win. Let's see, Ellie, time to make friends with that neighbor. Voice over dictation, or did it just want to? Okay. No, I understood that. I know that sometimes certain software does repeat, and I don't really know why it does it. It's a bit odd, but it's a technical thing that certain software does. No problems. Let's see, Ellie, I hope he doesn't let the lottery destroy him. Most can't handle it and turn to drugs, alcohol, then end up uniliving. Diane, before we know it, hearties, it will be time for Sarah's live Q3 event. It's coming. I have that written down. I should probably make a note of that. Let me get that down. Speaking of things coming up, Memorial Day weekend, guys. When do you plan to write next weekend? When do you guys feel like planning would be best? I could do the Friday if you guys want to do the planning on Friday. I could do that. Do you plan to write it all next weekend? Let me know in the comments and in the chat, and that way I can shape a plan here of what would work best for us. I can keep it where it is. If you guys think if you want to do that on the Sunday, let me know. Let's see. Elizabeth, I recommend saving money now on the slim chance you decide to go to med school. Coro, Diane, I need to go through the HB90 boot camp again. Diane, ever notice when you are in the arts, everyone has a sister, cousin, uncle, neighbor, or friend that wrote that one thing one time or painted, drew that thing? Ellie, if you weren't friends with our neighbors, we'd never have gotten into our building twice and into our apartment once. Dan, to Diane. Oh, wow, you're right. Yes. Ellie, hello, Diane. Ellie, I hate, oh, you're a writer. What do you have published? Do I know it? How would I know what you know, right? Stephanie, I'll be here. Perfect. Diane, Coro, isn't it awesome? I love going through it. I have since 2019. Sweet. When did I do it the first time? 2020? Yeah, 2020. Let's see, Elizabeth. Monday, May 29th is a day I plan to do some writing. I don't have to go to work that day. Nice. In UK, don't matter to me. Sunday is good. Sherry, I'm available during the weekend, celebrating Monday. Good, good. Coro, I used a planner well when we needed to use them for school and had a set scheduled curriculum in college. But now that I'm writing for myself without strict deadlines, it's challenging. So self-imposed deadlines, guys. It still works. Diane, I planned my last 6 weeks of quarter yesterday and day before, trying something different with a huge calendar chart on wall, not exactly a Kanban board. Oh, interesting. I like that combination. Elizabeth, you don't want massive med school debt, but at least you would have a high income with a great job for med school if you did that, so you should be able to pay the loans off within 5 years. You would hope, right? Let's see. Diane, Q3, I cannot fathom how we are halfway through the year in 11 days, Dan. It's flying by. I know, right? see. Well, not quite 11. Um, we have one more month, guys. It won't feel like it, but we have another month. Thanks for the reminder. I just put go through HB90 in my calendar. Nice. Elizabeth, I typically don't do much for Memorial Day except maybe a barbecue at home. Nice. Cora, I hear you from Diane. Other Diane, Ellie, don't forget this one. I've always wanted to write a book. Oh, Okay, guys. Well, I'll keep that thread going, and we're gonna move on. Get ahead and create space to relax, reset, recover, participate. This is an important one, guys. You don't want to schedule a vacation with your family or with a friend and not be able to participate and enjoy it, right? So make sure you're making that space, right? And enjoy. Types of where you might want to make some, get ahead so you can make space is for vacations, surgeries, conferences. We all say, well, we're going to go to a writer's conference that we'll write. It is so hard to fit it in because there's so much going on. So create space, right, guys? Renovations. That's another one we forget. If we're renovating a space, it's going to affect how we use it. It's going to affect our headspace as well. We're not going to be clear. We're going to be walking around and moving around stuff that's in the way. It's not going to feel as good. It's not going to feel like our space until it's renovated. So these are things we want to basically make room for so that we can make things a little easier for ourselves as we're actually proceeding towards something we're looking forward to or something that is a have to. So your vacations and your conferences are those ones that we're looking forward to, where we want to basically be able to enjoy, relax, reset, and participate. And if it's post writing a book or some other large project, recovery time, real recovery time, refill the well time, right? And then for like surgeries or renovations, face it, but one's renovating our body, one's renovating our home. We need the space and time to recover, right? Let's see. Elizabeth, I'm going to be happy when this long month is over, even though not everyone was bad. Everything was bad this month. Yeah, you need some change, hon. It feels like the end of the month will be the time to celebrate New Year's 2025, given how long this month has felt for me. Oh, hon, oh, hugs. I should get a bunch done before my wisdom tooth surgery. Yes, Dan, and it can't be hard to write. I can write a book. Here ya. Elizabeth, June 13th is when I'll be put under anesthesia and have my 3 wisdom teeth extracted. And give yourself a day or two to feel better, right? Dan, and this one, so you don't have a job. I mean, a real one. Lovely. Okay, guys. So let's figure out where we want to get ahead. Summer vacation is coming with the kids. And we want to do some stuff with them, right? Okay, proceed. Where do I want to put that? I'm going to put that. Mm. Okay. Oops. Can't spell to save my life today. Okay. Let's see. Oop, let's not do that. Let's see. Elizabeth, writing a novel is easy. All you need is a good story idea, and then you just need to type 50,000 to 110,000 words or so, and then you're set. Not. Elizabeth, I'm leaving on a trip to see family in Pennsylvania on June 30th, and I plan to do some of the driving to get us there. Very cool. I love that. So I can have practice before my road test on July 7th. Oh, that's fabulous. Ah, see. I figured out just a small little sort of self-care day. Tomorrow is Victoria Day for my fellow Canadians, and I just want to get out and enjoy the day a bit. So it's not a huge get ahead, but it's just a little one, just something I'd like to see, have a little window of fun. Also have my eldest daughter's birthday coming up next week. So we've got a plan for that, and it is during the week, so there may be a that might become a pinch day. There, note that down. Elizabeth, I'm going to Pennsylvania with my parents and my sister. Very cool. Cora, is it possible to make the time left visible during sprints? Also, I don't hear the beep when the time is up. Oh, what is Victoria Day? It is, I think it's for Queen Elizabeth. I think it's for her birthday, I think. How bad is that I don't actually know the answer to that? I will look that up and find out. I don't actually know. I think that's what it is. As for the timer, they're visual timers, so the actual what's left in the clock shows counts down. Hold on. Is it possible to make the time left visible during sprints? It does that by default. Let me look. Maybe it's doing something different than I think. It does a countdown. Yes. I realized doing this that my daughter's senior trip with friends to Tampa means I need to purchase SPF 50 clothing. They want to do the zoo and the beach, so I'll need to take care of my skin. Oh, I love that. Beautiful. I'm glad that helped. Okay, guys, let's see here. Trying to remember what that's. Reality check. Yes. Think in full days, half days, pinch days, and days off. I mean, true days off, guys. This means you're not going to be moving the needle forward on any projects. It's a day off, all right? Pinch days, for anyone who wasn't around when I coined that, that was the when we did the our planning session for the virtual running retreat. Basically the pinch day is where we're going to be super busy, out of the house, running errands, going to work, doing all the things, and there's just the teeniest little bit of time left in which we oh, interesting. I will have to look at that. I will tweak that if I can. It's the same timer, but maybe it's not playing well between Google Slides and OBS. I will see what I can do with that. Okay, guys. And basically, pitch days, like I said, are those days where there's just that tiniest little window to work on the projects that matter to you. Let's see. Can you successfully manage to do everything you've chosen with the time you have? So we're going to go through our plan as we've set it out and see where we want to adjust things. We don't necessarily have to remove. We may just want to reduce, or we might want to incorporate a good, better, best goal. And that way we might surprise ourselves and have more time than we think, right? But at least it's giving us a structure so we know we can feel successful. Okay, guys, and oops, why are you not? Oh, and if there's too much, add, reduce, delay. I forgot to add that to the bottom. Okay, and should be a timer and proceed. Okay, guys, 2 minutes. Let's see what this thing is doing. Okay, okay. Oh, interesting. Hmm. So far, it looks like maybe that's odd. I will look at that. Maybe there is, because it's multiple slides, maybe one is a little mucked up. I will look at that and see. Um, okay. I will take a peek. I'm not sure what that is. I'll go through and I'll review the video afterwards and just see if there's something that didn't quite let you, but didn't pay much attention to it. Okay. I wonder what that is. I wonder if something's... Shouldn't be a YouTube symbol. I didn't put a YouTube. Oh, weird. Okay, you know what, guys? We'll figure it out. Ah, if anything, that's the one thing I did not put on there. So I will find out what's going on. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see. So how did you guys do? Did you have to adjust your plan at all to make room, a little more room? I had made a small adjustment for my chapters and scenes, and I added a good, better, best goal to give it a better measurement. And I put a time for the voice journaling, and I want to do 30 minutes each session, and I want to do, we'll say 5 sessions this week. I just basically put a series of 7 down with Monday through Sunday. That way I can just check off when I do it. But the goal being that I do 5 of them, 30 minutes each. I think it's really powerful. Whether I break that up, doing it 5 minutes journaling and then a writing sprint and do it back and forth, I'll figure out exactly. I want to try to put in that amount of time though. Let's see. Elizabeth, I see the YouTube symbol after the timer goes off. That is interesting because that is not related to YouTube at all, unless YouTube is, I don't know. It's the only little bit of sort of video I have on there. So interesting. I will have to find out what that means. That's the one thing I can't check when, of course, before I sit down with you guys. Let's see, Cora. I'll be back for the writing sprints live stream. Perfect. Thank you, Cora. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys. So after this session, oops, don't get stuck. Next steps. Create your master plan, ideal week. Even if we have to change it, it gives it shape. It shows us where things will sort of fit. We may need to move things around a little bit, but at least it gives us form to actually and shape to our week so we can move through with at least a general idea what we're going to do each day. Create Monday's plan, include your top 3. Populate your planner. Get all this down off of your worksheet and into your worksheet, into a plan so you know what things you're trying to do each day and give it form and shape. Break down larger tasks, make it a little easier for you to manage. Schedule daily and weekly planning. Get it into your plan. Are you going to check in the evenings on a daily basis so you can set up the next day? Or are you going to start up in the morning, fresh cup of coffee in hand or hot cup of tea, and get that plan set out for the day? Whichever one works better for you. Weekly, we sort of have planned for Sundays. Let's see. And schedule in your self-care, mental health, and buffer days. Give yourselves room to do what you need to do. You can call them reset days. You can, whatever those buffer days are they catch-up days or are they reset days? What is their purpose? What are you hoping to get from them, right? And then, as always, celebrate your successes, gold star moments, best fixes, follow the plan, and build your dreams, guys. Let's see. Stephanie, time to go get ready to go to the movies. Everyone have a good rest of their day. You too, Stephanie. I hope you have a great time. What are you seeing? Elizabeth, I will try dictation tomorrow. Sweet. Okay, guys. Looks like we're going to have about a 30-minute break before we get together again for our writing sprints. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Go kick back and relax. Thank you for hanging out with me. Please comment any suggestions you have for ways of tweaking this and making it better. Is there anywhere that we should have had a timer that we didn't? Is there, I think I may work on that fade. I think it feels like it's a little slower than I want it to be between the scenes. So I'm going to see if I can tweak that a bit. And I'm going to look into why the YouTube symbol is coming up after I use the timer, since they're not technically related. So, not sure what that's about. Okay, guys, Elizabeth, a 34-minute break until 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Yeah. Don't throw me off, guys. I already get messed up with Central there. I'm more tired than I realize. It's okay, Elizabeth. You are so welcome, Sherry. You are so welcome, Diane. Okay, guys, kick back, relax, refresh your beverage, reset your space, and we're going to get some writing done. And as for our schedule for next week, I'm going to put a poll up in on the community tab just to find out, but I have a feeling we're just going to run with normal and do our best because everyone's going to have sort of different needs next weekend. Okay, guys, but I will definitely get the poll up so you guys can tell me what you think. Okay, until then, I will see you guys in a half hour.